one which wants to sort of open innovation, and perhaps another one which practices a more, I call it maybe the Gollum syndrome, which is, this is my treasure, I don't want to share it. And there was an interesting example about Paris, about how some studios lost out on some contracts as they weren't able to collaborate. How can we sort of push through this wall and tell companies that they're much better off working together than competing? So.
I think they're already doing it. I mean, especially the companies I mentioned in Tech City in London. So it's a real mix of companies with different skill sets. And I think the trend is less towards a large company with a research lab saying, we're closed off to the rest of the world, we're going to develop all the great ideas internally. Because, large corporations even have been embracing the idea of what they call open innovation for quite some number of years. So Procter & Gamble have done a lot of stuff in this space, Ogilvy have done a lot, IBM, Lego. They just invited their users to come in and design new products. And I think with smaller companies, that happens naturally because once you start building a new product, you don't really know what skill sets you're going to need or where you're going to go. So they often work hand in hand with other companies, and that usually works best if they're in spaces that are conducive to that. So you were mentioning about building spaces for digital-based companies, and I think it's important that you have a natural flow in any building where people are going to bump into each other. So you have a lot of serendipity meets all the time. And you even look at some of the large companies now in the tech space that have been around for some time, like Yahoo, and they're trying to reorder their own companies based on people meeting each other as opposed to being in remote working locations. So people work best with other people because they have complementary personalities as well as skill sets. So I think it's already happening. I don't think you can force it. It has to happen naturally. What you can do is design spaces or cities or buildings that encourage that interaction to happen naturally.